Alrighty. Hello, my name is Alex. Welcome to my show. I hope it doesn't just like a random segment. Um, Axel is not allowed to participate in this question because he already knows. Spencer and Teddy, would you like to guess what series my game is from?
Kirby.
It's not Kirby.
It was
Don't do
Axel. Axel guessed it.
Uh, would I
Track.
like to guess?
Yeah.
The Shrek.
Is it Shrek?
No. I should have played a Shrek game though.
No.
Shrek's probably better.
It's okay. So I was originally going to play SimCity 2000, but then I quickly realized that I should not play SimCity 2000 because trying to play a SimCity game on a Game Boy Advance is ungodly unbearable. I did not have fun with that game, so I put that game back in my bag and I got out Old Faithful, one of my favorite GBA games and probably my favorite series on the GBA. I played Mega Man Zero. Oh, it's Mega Man. Mega Man Zero is a series, which I'm talking about the first game, but I just wanted to make sure the fans and people know what the hell it is. It's a game that takes place 100 years after the Mega Man X timeline, and it follows the character of Zero from the Mega Man X games. In Mega Man Zero 1, Zero is awakened from his 100-year sleep, and the world is upside down. Mega Man X is this evil tyrant. He is retiring Reploids, which are the humanoid robots from the X series, that he thinks are Mavericks, but he is incorrect. So there's a rebellion fighting against Mega Man X. Kind of funny, kind of turns things on its head that Mega Man X is the villain of the first game. I won't say too much else about the plot because it is pretty cool. But the game itself is a continuation of the Mega Man X series. It's an action platformer with some light RPG elements. Those elements there are these little collectible things called cyber elves. They're like pets. You feed them and they can up your stats in certain areas. The game itself is an open game. You can go from parts of the world to the other parts of the world. Kind of cool. Instead of taking on the standard Mega Man levels where you fight a boss at the end, you take on missions. The leader of the rebellion, Seal, she will say, hey, I have this mission that like needs to be done. Save these people from this factory, stop this train, do whatever. And those are the missions you partake in. You can get multiple weapons. You start out with the classic whatever, the gun. You also get the Z-Saber, which is Zero's, iconic weapon, the sword. But you can also get a spear and a shield, and you can carry two weapons at once and switch them on the fly with the shoulder buttons of the GBA. The Mega Man Zero games are known for being pretty difficult because of the RPG element. There is some grinding that has to be done if you want to up your stats. I don't find it to be too bad, but you're not going to be able to up everything in one go, and unless you just fucking stay in one area and grind a lot. But really, you don't want to do that. It's an action game. It's super fun. It's by Inti Creates. You guys probably know Inti Creates from some of the most modern games, being stuff like the Blaster Masters Zero, funnily enough, Zero series. The Bloodstained 8-bit games, what are those are called? I forget what they're called. Something the Moon, or I don't know, Howl at the Moon.
Like that. Howl at the Moon.
Ozzy Osbourne. Curse of the Moon. There it is. Those two. The Galgun, and also, which is known as like the spiritual successor to the Zero series, is the Striker Gunvolt games, which were on 3DS and Switch and stuff. So Inti Creates is still around, but they were made up of former Capcom employees who started off making the Mega Man Zero series. A phenomenal game. If you were a Mega Man fan at this time, like I was, this was where Mega Man was on the GBA, and Mega Man Zero is probably that just a series in general. It's probably the most refined Mega Man platformer gameplay I've played. It's so fun. You can also get this on the DS with the Zero Collection, or on the modern consoles like the Switch with the Zero ZX Legacy Collection. Mega Man Zero. It's pretty fucking cool.
0 fucks given.
Zero fucks given.
My experience with Mega Man is I've played and beaten Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, and Mega Man X. My complaints with the first two games are that they're too rigid and tough, and Mega Man X is too much wall jumping. I've also dabbled in Mega Man 7, which I thought had too much dialogue and was not fitting a Mega Man game. I know that's not a popular one. How does Mega Man Zero compare to those experiences, and could you recommend it to me? My taste.
Oh, it depends. Like, I don't think the wall jumping in Zero is as offensive as X, but it's definitely still there. It's the gameplay feels closest to the X series. But something you have to know about the X series is that later on, which this game takes as like branches off from X5, because in a plot point in X5 is like Zero seals himself away for 100 years, and that's where this game picks up. But the X games get very bogged down with plot. So if you didn't like 7 because of the plot, you might not like this either, because there's a lot of story in these games as well. But I actually don't mind it. I think Mega Man 7 is the classic Mega Man games don't really have plots. It's like Dr. Wily's being evil again. But I think the idea of the villain of the first Zero game actually just being X is interesting. There are some plot twists and stuff later on, but it is like when you first start the game, it is an interesting plot point that kind of sucks you into the game's narrative. So for you, I think if you liked X, you'd probably like Zero. Just get used to that wall jumping, boy.
Do you prefer? Okay, if you had, was there more of Mega Man Zero? Like how many more of them were there?
There were 4 Mega Man Zero games, and then on the DS they made 2 ZX games, which ZX is like it's sort of in the same series as Zero, but you don't play as Zero, you play some other characters. It's like, it's the same world.
I played one of the ZX games. I actually liked it a lot. But how would you, like, if you had to make like a ranking? If we had to do a ranking episode, how would you rank the first Mega Man series, the X series, and then the Zero series?
That is really tough. I'm pretty biased though, because I really like the Zero series, so I'd probably put it as my favorite. And then for overall quality, I'd probably put Mega Man and then Mega Man X, because some of the later X games kind of dip in quality, especially 7 and 8.
Where does Mighty number 9 fall in that?
It falls into the trash, which NT Creates was actually a little bit involved with Mighty number 9, so it's kind of
shame.
Sad. Yeah, I don't think they had too much to do with the development, but they were involved in some Mighty number 9 stuff.
Can I tell you that I have trauma with Mega Man X?
Ooh, yeah, tell me.
So I never owned it, but we rented it from Blockbuster. And that has nothing to do with the story. But we were playing it one morning, because I think we were just trying to milk it for all it's worth before my mom took it back. And we were playing it in the morning before school, just kind of in a hurry. And I was standing up, and I think I lost at something. I always lost. That game was pretty tough for me. And then I looked to my right, and there was literally a cockroach that was watching me play on my shoulder. Like sitting on my shoulder watching me play. And I just remember like obviously flailing like a crazy person, smacking my shirt and just running out of the room. Anyway, that's my Mega Man.
Bad was the
story.
cockroach.
I thought you were gonna say like I looked over and there was a cockroach and he pulled a gun.
Give me that game.
And I had the Blockbuster for Mega Man X.
Yeah.
The cockroach. They didn't believe me when I said that cockroach stole Mega
cockroach
Man
took
X.
it. The cockroach.
Oh, that's really left an imprint on your memory.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
I like the game though.
Therapy might help. I'm fucking around.
I realized with that ranking, we actually left off the Legends games, which I've talked about before in the 64 episodes. But that because those actually take place like way after Zero games, but it's fine. Who cares?
Where are those?
Well, I wanted to get more like the ones that went longer.
2D, yeah, and the ones that are more like yeah, this is more in line with the classic Mega Man series anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic. Plus Zero's cool. He's got that fucking ponytail. He's got no nonsense attitude.
Respect that.
Sword.
Sword, yeah.
It's
like
safe
Swords
to
plus.
say it's the Metal Gear Rising of the franchise.
Ooh. Now I just want Metal Gear riding platformers.
What was his girlfriend say? Like the hunt for Rose or something? Rose? Is
Yeah,
that
Rose. Yeah, Rose.
It's him
Yeah,
hunting
it's
for Rose.
His name was it's Jack?
Something like that. Doesn't matter. I don't.
Who cares?
It's probably all fake.
Remember
anyway.
that scene? Remember that scene in 4 where he breakdanced and had Metal Gears on his legs, and he fought Vamp.
I erased a lot of that game from my memory, so I could not tell. It probably happened.
Just wait till we get to that map out.
Oh jeez.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.